What is up, people? MrFalliorsLife here, bringing you another video. So today's my day off, of course, and typically on those days I don't walk much at all unless I have to go to the store or something. So I'm going to do a walk around the loop, which according to Google Maps, our loop is exactly 1 mile. So this is going to be a test of both phones' step counters. Same app, Pacer. I don't know why the active time says an hour and a half for 216 steps. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to be testing both step counters. Why did that go? Look, see, even look, that one says calories, active time, miles. That doesn't even say anything. That's so weird. I don't understand it. But yeah. So I'm going to be taking a screenshot right at the end of our driveway on what that says on both phones, okay? The steps and the miles. Then I'm going to walk around the loop and stop at the exact same place and take another screenshot. And we'll see what it says. We'll see which phone is more accurate. And yeah, so I will be right back. I'm telling you guys, this did not help my confusion at all. Okay, so here are the results. Old phone started at 222 steps, 226 steps, sorry, 22 calories and 0.1 mile after I finished. 2,138 calories. Steps, 99 calories and 0.8 miles. New phone started at 403 steps, 29 calories, 0.2 miles. Ended at 2,317 steps, 110 calories, 1 mile. Okay? Right, you got that, right? Now, if you do a little bit of math, and why is everything red now? Why is everything all red? Now, if you do a little bit of math, right? This is the old phone. You take what I ended up with, subtract it from what I already had on the phone. You get that. 1,912 steps, 0.7 miles, 77 calories. New phone, subtract what I ended up with from that, 1,914 steps, 0.8 miles, 81 calories. Now look at the steps. 1,912, 1,914. That is extremely accurate. Only off by 2 steps, okay? Which surprised me. So as long as it's not idle steps where like going from my room to the kitchen and stopping again, then the phones, like, when it comes to those, the starting a little bit and stopping, the phones can be way off. But it looks like with consistent walking all the way through, the step counter itself on both of them seem to be very, very close, okay? It's just the idle walking, what I consider idle walking, meaning short bursts. So like you're at a standstill, you walk a little bit and then stop again, walk a little bit, stop again, walk a little bit, stop again, such as my job, right? With stocking, going to the back room, coming back, stocking something on the shelf, going to the thing, stocking something else on the shelf. You know, I keep stopping over and over again, and that's why the two phones' step counters are vastly different sometimes. However, despite the steps being very equal and the calories being very close, 77 calories, 81 calories, right? Now, if I walked 1,912 steps and 1,914 steps, why does one phone say that I walked 0.7 miles and the other phone say that I walked 0.8 miles? How does that make any sense? Where did the 0.1 mile come from? Now think about this. This isn't 0.01, right? It's not like 0.7 miles and 0.71 miles, right? It literally went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like a whole extra 0.1 mile. Where did it come from? If I walked an equal number of steps, only off by 2 steps, where did that entire 1/10 of a mile come from? That doesn't make sense. You cannot accidentally have an extra 1/10 of a mile out of nowhere. And if you go on the settings, right, because there's a settings section. Let me check on the, I got to get rid of the gallery first. Let me show you in the settings section on both phones. Now there's a settings section, right? You click on the little dots up here, go to data and settings, go to profile. Now I do this, oops, wrong thing. Data and settings, profile. Gender, year, weight, height, and step length are all exactly the same for calculating calories burned more accurately. So it does not it does not help to calculate how many miles you walked accurately, although you would think the step length would, but not. But how does that make sense then? And even the sensitivity, right? Exactly the same. Preferences: 10,000 steps, mode standard, sensitivity medium. 10,000 steps, mode standard, sensitivity medium. So why, if the sensitivity is exactly the same, if all of my information, my height, my step length is the same, I walked an equal number of steps, it's the exact same app, why does one say I walked 0.70 miles and the other one say I walked 0.80 miles? I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense to me. And now I do not know which phone to continue to use for this app. I still am thinking about switching over to the new one just because it seems to be more accurate with the idle walking, like I said. But I still don't know where the extra 1/10 of a mile came from the new phone. Or did the old phone lose a 1/10 of a mile? I don't know. I don't understand. So I am here to leave you off with some confusion today because I don't know how to resolve this. Normally, with videos on the internet, you're supposed to come up with a problem and then have a resolution by the end of the video, and I don't. Sorry. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye. And now for tomorrow, I'm going to go one more step forward. I have now signed into the same account on both phones. So now, tomorrow, we will find out how does it record the day once the day is over, once it hits midnight, right? Like, now if I go to any previous day, it's exactly the same, right? Because my account, I was always signed in on this phone. I wasn't signed in on this phone with anything. It was just a blank account. It wasn't actually signed in, right? So now it only has the logs from what this was. Anything that I did before that is gone on this phone. Not that it mattered anyway, because I always followed this one. So now I'm interested. What happens when October 5th ends and it's October 6th? Does it add both of the final numbers together? Because if it does, I can't have it on both accounts, at both phones, because that's going to really mess everything up. Like, if I get 8,000 steps on here and 8,500 steps on here, I only walked a maximum of 8,500 steps. I did not walk 16,500 steps if it adds both together. I do not want it to add both together. If it does, it's going to kind of mess it up a little bit. But it's only going to be one day messed up instead of the whole thing, right? What I'm hoping it does is that it only records the highest step count. So if this one is the highest step count, that's what it records, and that's what both phones show, or whatever. Whenever I sign into the account, it only shows whichever phone had the highest step count for the day. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen, but I have a feeling it's going to count both of them combined. I hope not, but I think that's what's going to happen, but we'll see tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.